A storm in a land ruled by a god. There was peace, there was prosperity. But time was unkind. A storm raged over the lands and swallowed it whole. The world was lost to time. Now there is only sand and ash. The old god, long forgotten. But in a desolate place, there remains a mark of the old god, a mark of hope. The world as our heroes knew it is no more. The skies have turned permanently dark with black clouds and storms of ash. Cinders in the air and large swaths of the lands are scorched, and their fauna petrified. Creatures no longer seem to die, and their souls are trapped in between the living and the dead. Regular strange storms and the overflowing presence of the undead make travel dangerous and survival hard. Above all that is a curse that seems to blight these lands, and the origins of both the storms and the curse are still unknown. Welcome, honored guest. I see you have made yourself comfortable. I have the great honor to be the first to welcome you into our world. A world with over 10,000 years of written history, with ancient magic and great mysteries. A world where the moons are two and the gods are plenty. A world with dangers and opportunities, but not always in equal measure. A world of the mind of the Creator, where his children roam and our heroes have to survive, or perhaps even thrive. As we will all follow their journey together, let's have them introduce themselves.
Megovanen, welmet. I am Egerwain Emdir, proud inheritor of the most ancient bloodlines of this land. I believe that within the blood of my kin, the elves, lies the divine spark that birthed the gods. Over the past decades I have pursued these secrets, practicing alchemy and bloodcraft even when that meant exile. I long to return to my tribe that populate the grasslands of Aetherion, and with my findings unlock the true potential of elfenkind. That I've been transported a complete elven lifetime into a grim future is a hindrance, but one I can surely overcome.
Bragi is the happy-peppy, airhead hippo of the group. As far as Bragi knows, he was born in this world, and thus he sees this as his home. His family told Bragi that they originally came from a place called the Lonely Plains, and that they got pulled into this world thanks to a great war. His fellow hippos wanted to go back home, so they trained to become strong and be safe on their journey back home. However, Bragi did not want to train. He often slacked off and would rather sing songs, make music, or tell stories he heard or made up on the spot. One day, Bragi got sent out to look for food and water, and thus he kept walking and walking until he stumbled and came across the rest of the group.
Hi, my name is Moloko. I'm an Arakakra ranger. I remember I was at a party when life as I knew it was hindered by this weird feeling I got. And then I woke up with 3 other strangers in a place that I couldn't recognize. I had to think fast. What to do? Who are these strangers? Why am I here? This land doesn't look kind, but hey, life isn't kind, right? Let's try and make the best of a shitty situation. Oh well, just another notch on my belt of adventures. Let's see where this takes me.
Hi, my name is Baron Stoneface. Was Baron Stoneface. It's Ris. I'm a librarian and was recently just putting some books away in my personal library when I spotted some of my dad's research. I haven't seen him in so long and I dearly miss him. The pendant he gave me has been cold and lifeless for years. I started tearing up a little bit, honestly. I tried to blink away the tears as I grabbed his notes, but as I did, reality started to warp? I saw my library, my home, and everything I had tear away, smear across my vision and dissipate. In a panic, I changed from my true form into the author, Baron Stoneface, a dwarf who wrote Enduring Polite Society, Table Manners for Dwarves. It's a great read, honestly. I woke up in a crater in a different world, with 3 kind strangers. My pendant was warm to the touch. What in Ayun's name is going on?
In a time before a storm, in a land ruled by a god, there was peace, there was prosperity. But time was unkind. A storm raged over the lands and swallowed it whole. The world was lost to time. Now there is only sand and ash, the old god, long forgotten. But in a desolate place, there remains a mark of the old god, a mark of hope. The world as our heroes knew it is no more. The skies have turned permanently dark with black clouds and storms of ash. Cinders in the air and large swaths of the lands are scorched, and their fauna petrified. Creatures no longer seem to die, and their souls are trapped in between the living and the dead. Regular strange storms and the overflowing presence of the undead make travel dangerous and survival hard. Above all that is a curse that seems to blight these lands, and the origins of both the storms and the curse are still unknown. Welcome, honored guest. I see you have made yourself comfortable. I have the great honor to be the first to welcome you into our world. A world with over 10,000 years of written history, with ancient magic and great mysteries. A world where the moons are 2 and the gods are plenty. A world with dangers and opportunities, but not always in equal measure. A world of the mind of the Creator, where his children roam and our heroes have to survive, or perhaps even thrive. As we will all follow their journey together, let's have them introduce themselves.
Meegovaden, welmet. I am Egerwain-Emdir, proud inheritor of the most ancient bloodlines of this land. I believe that within the blood of my kin, the elves, lies the divine spark that birthed the gods. Over the past decades, I have pursued these secrets, practicing alchemy and bloodcraft, even when that meant exile. I long to return to my tribe that populate the grasslands of Aetherion, and with my findings unlock the true potential of elfenkind. That I've been transported a complete elven lifetime into a grim future is a hindrance, but one I can surely overcome.
Bragi is the happy-peppy airhead hippo of the group. As far as Bragi knows, he was born in this world, and thus he sees this as his home. His family told Bragi that they originally came from a place called the Lonely Plains, and that they got pulled into this world thanks to a great war. His fellow hippos wanted to go back home, so they trained to become strong and be safe on their journey back home. However, Bragi did not want to train. He often slacked off and would rather sing songs, make music, or tell stories he heard or made up on the spot. One day, Bragi got sent out to look for food and water, and thus he kept walking and walking until he stumbled and came across the rest of the group.
Hi, my name is Maloko. I'm an Arakakra ranger. I remember I was at a party when life as I knew it was hindered by this weird feeling I got. And then I woke up with 3 other strangers in a place that I couldn't recognize. I had to think fast. What to do? Who are these strangers? Why am I here? This land doesn't look kind, but hey, life isn't kind, right? Let's try and make the best of a shitty situation. Oh well, just another notch on my belt of adventures. Let's see where this takes me.
Hi, my name is Baron Stoneface. Sorry, was Baron Stoneface. It's Ris. I am a librarian and was recently just putting some books away in my personal library when I spotted some of my dad's research. I haven't seen him in so long and I dearly miss him. The pendant he gave me has been cold and lifeless for years. I started tearing up a little bit, honestly. I tried to blink away the tears as I grabbed his notes, but as I did, reality started to warp? I saw my library, my home, and everything I had tear away, smear across my vision and dissipate. In a panic, I changed from my true form into the author, Baron Stoneface, a dwarf who wrote Enduring Polite Society, Table Manners for Dwarves. It's a great read, honestly. I woke up in a crater in a different world, with 3 kind strangers. My pendant was warm to the touch. What in Ayun's name is going on?
In a time before a storm, in a land ruled by a god, there was peace, there was prosperity. But time was unkind. A storm raged over the lands and swallowed it whole. The world was lost to time. Now there is only sand and ash, the old god, long forgotten. But in a desolate place, there remains a mark of the old god, a mark of hope. The world as our heroes knew it is no more. The skies have turned permanently dark with black clouds and storms of ash. Cinders in the air and large swaths of the lands are scorched, and their fauna petrified. Creatures no longer seem to die, and their souls are trapped in between the living and the dead. Regular strange storms and the overflowing presence of the undead make travel dangerous and survival hard. Above all that is a curse that seems to blight these lands, and the origins of both the storms and the curse are still unknown. Welcome, honored guest. I see you have made yourself comfortable. I have the great honor to be the first to welcome you into our world. A world with over 10,000 years of written history, with ancient magic and great mysteries. A world where the moons are 2 and the gods are plenty. A world with dangers and opportunities, but not always in equal measure. A world of the mind of the Creator, where his children roam and our heroes have to survive, or perhaps even thrive. As we will all follow their journey together, let's have them introduce themselves.
Megovanen, Welmet. I am S1E15 A proud inheritor of the most ancient bloodlines of this land. I believe that within the blood of my kin, the elves, lies the divine spark that birthed the gods. Over the past decades I have pursued these secrets, practicing alchemy and bloodcraft even when that meant exile. I long to return to my tribe that populate the grasslands of Aetherian, and with my findings unlock the true potential of elfenkind. That I've been transported a complete elven lifetime into a grim future is a hindrance, but one I can surely overcome.
Bragi is the happy-peppy airhead hippo of the group. As far as Bragi knows, he was born in this world, and thus he sees this as his home. His family told Bragi that they originally came from a place called the Lonely Plains, and that they got pulled into this world thanks to a great war. His fellow hippos wanted to go back home, so they trained to become strong and be safe on their journey back home. However, Bragi did not want to train. He often slacked off and would rather sing songs, make music, or tell stories he heard or made up on the spot. One day, Bragi got sent out to look for food and water, and thus he kept walking and walking until he stumbled and came across the rest of the group.
Hi, my name is Moloko. I'm an Arakakra ranger. I remember I was at a party when life as I knew it was hindered by this weird feeling I got. And then I woke up with 3 other strangers in a place that I couldn't recognize. I had to think fast. What to do? Who are these strangers? Why am I here? This land doesn't look kind, but hey, life isn't kind, right? Let's try and make the best of a shitty situation. Oh well, just another notch on my belt of adventures. Let's see where this takes me.
Hi, my name is Baron Stoneface. Sorry, was Baron Stoneface. It's Ris. I'm a librarian and was recently just putting some books away in my personal library when I spotted some of my dad's research. I haven't seen him in so long and I dearly miss him. The pendant he gave me has been cold and lifeless for years. I started tearing up a little bit, honestly. I tried to blink away the tears as I grabbed his notes, but as I did, reality started to warp? I saw my library, my home, and everything I had tear away, smear across my vision and dissipate. In a panic, I changed from my true form into the author, Baron Stoneface, a dwarf who wrote Enduring Polite Society, Table Manners for Dwarves. It's a great read, honestly. I woke up in a crater in a different world, with 3 kind strangers. My pendant was warm to the touch. What in Ayun's name is going on?
In a time before a storm, in a land ruled by a god, there was peace, there was prosperity. But time was unkind. A storm raged over the lands and swallowed it whole. The world was lost to time. Now there is only sand and ash, the old god, long forgotten. But in a desolate place, there remains a mark of the old god, a mark of hope. The world as our heroes knew it is no more. The skies have turned permanently dark with black clouds and storms of ash. Cinders in the air and large swaths of the lands are scorched, and their fauna petrified. Creatures no longer seem to die, and their souls are trapped in between the living and the dead. Regular strange storms and the overflowing presence of the undead make travel dangerous and survival hard. Above all that is a curse that seems to blight these lands, and the origins of both the storms and the curse are still unknown. Welcome, honored guest. I see you have made yourself comfortable. I have the great honor to be the first to welcome you into our world. A world with over 10,000 years of written history, with ancient magic and great mysteries. A world where the moons are two and the gods are plenty. A world with dangers and opportunities, but not always in equal measure. A world of the mind of the Creator, where his children roam and our heroes have to survive, or perhaps even thrive. As we will all follow their journey together, let's have them introduce themselves.
Meekovaden, welmet. I am Egerwenamdir, proud inheritor of the most ancient bloodlines of this land. I believe that within the blood of my kin, the elves, lies the divine spark that birthed the gods. Over the past decades I have pursued these secrets, practicing alchemy and bloodcraft even when that meant exile. I long to return to my tribe that populate the grasslands of Aetherian, and with my findings unlock the true potential of elfin kind. That I've been transported a complete elfin lifetime into a grim future is a hindrance, but one I can surely overcome.
Bragi is the happy-peppy, airhead hippo of the group. As far as Bragi knows, he was born in this world, and thus he sees this as his home. His family told Bragi that they originally came from a place called the Lonely Plains, and that they got pulled into this world thanks to a great war. His fellow hippos wanted to go back home, so they trained to become strong and be safe on their journey back home. However, Bragi did not want to train. He often slacked off and would rather sing songs, make music, or tell stories he heard or made up on the spot. One day, Bragi got sent out to look for food and water, and thus he kept walking and walking until he stumbled and came across the rest of the group.
Hi, my name is Moloko. I'm an Arakakra ranger. I remember I was at a party when life as I knew it was hindered by this weird feeling I got. And then I woke up with 3 other strangers in a place that I couldn't recognize. I had to think fast. What to do? Who are these strangers? Why am I here? This land doesn't look kind, but hey, life isn't kind, right? Let's try and make the best of a shitty situation. Oh well, just another notch on my belt of adventures. Let's see where this takes me.
Hi, my name is Baron Stoneface. Was Baron Stoneface. It's Ris. I'm a librarian and was recently just putting some books away in my personal library when I spotted some of my dad's research. I haven't seen him in so long and I dearly miss him. The pendant he gave me has been cold and lifeless for years. I started tearing up a little bit, honestly. I tried to blink away the tears as I grabbed his notes, but as I did, reality started to warp? I saw my library, my home, and everything I had tear away, smear across my vision and dissipate. In a panic, I changed from my true form into the author, Baron Stoneface, a dwarf who wrote Enduring Polite Society, Table Manners for Dwarves. It's a great read, honestly. I woke up in a crater in a different world, with 3 kind strangers. My pendant was warm to the touch. What in Ayun's name is going on?
In a time before a storm, in a land ruled by a god, there was peace, there was prosperity. But time was unkind. A storm raged over the lands and swallowed it whole. The world was lost to time. Now there is only sand and ash, the old god, long forgotten. But in a desolate place, there remains a mark of the old god, a mark of hope. The world as our heroes knew it is no more. The skies have turned permanently dark with black clouds and storms of ash. Cinders in the air and large swaths of the lands are scorched, and their fauna petrified. Creatures no longer seem to die, and their souls are trapped in between the living and the dead. Regular strange storms and the overflowing presence of the undead make travel dangerous and survival hard. Above all that is a curse that seems to blight these lands, and the origins of both the storms and the curse are still unknown. Welcome, honored guest. I see you have made yourself comfortable. I have the great honor to be the first to welcome you into our world. A world with over 10,000 years of written history, with ancient magic and great mysteries. A world where the moons are two and the gods are plenty. A world with dangers and opportunities, but not always in equal measure. A world of the mind of the Creator, where his children roam and our heroes have to survive, or perhaps even thrive. As we will all follow their journey together, let's have them introduce themselves.
Meegovaden, welmet. I am S1E15 proud inheritor of the most ancient bloodlines of this land. I believe that within the blood of my kin, the elves, lies the divine spark that birthed the gods. Over the past decades I have pursued these secrets, practicing alchemy and bloodcraft even when that meant exile. I long to return to my tribe that populate the grasslands of Aetherian, and with my findings unlock the true potential of elfin kind. That I've been transported a complete elfin lifetime into a grim future is a hindrance, but one I can surely overcome.
Bragi is the happy-peppy airhead hippo of the group. As far as Bragi knows, he was born in this world, and thus he sees this as his home. His family told Bragi that they originally came from a place called the Lonely Plains, and that they got pulled into this world thanks to a great war. His fellow hippos wanted to go back home, so they trained to become strong and be safe on their journey back home. However, Bragi did not want to train. He often slacked off and would rather sing songs, make music, or tell stories he heard or made up on the spot. One day, Bragi got sent out to look for food and water, and thus he kept walking and walking until he stumbled and came across the rest of the group.
Hi, my name is Moloko. I'm an Arakocra ranger. I remember I was at a party when life as I knew it was hindered by this weird feeling I got. And then I woke up with 3 other strangers in a place that I couldn't recognize. I had to think fast. What to do? Who are these strangers? Why am I here? This land doesn't look kind, but hey, life isn't kind, right? Let's try and make the best of a shitty situation. Oh well, just another notch on my belt of adventures. Let's see where this takes me.
Hi, my name is Baron Stoneface. Was Baron Stoneface. It's Ris. I'm a librarian and was recently just putting some books away in my personal library when I spotted some of my dad's research. I haven't seen him in so long and I dearly miss him. The pendant he gave me has been cold and lifeless for years. I started tearing up a little bit, honestly. I tried to blink away the tears as I grabbed his notes, but as I did, reality started to warp? I saw my library, my home, and everything I had tear away, smear across my vision and dissipate. In a panic, I changed from my true form into the author, Baron Stoneface, a dwarf who wrote Enduring Polite Society, Table Manners for Dwarves. It's a great read, honestly. Lols.
It is.
That was the
Hello.
introduction.
Yeah.
Just
Hello,
that was
welcome.
it.
I was doing something, so
You were warned.
I was distracted.
Skill issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Welcome. This session will be a tad shorter. For
Reasons.
personal feeling reasons.
Sorry.
Don't say sorry. I also don't mind it being a slightly shorter session. Also not feeling too great personally.
Oh, no.
Anyway, last session you someone encountered a powerful being that was shaping realities somewhere inside the mind of a new friend. They went unconscious. Moloko prayed for the very first time in his life, and something happened.
Yeah, I got hungry.
He became very hungry. You found, or you made your way away from your new friend.
Hey, thanks, Lorena Eva.
There we go.
Thanks for the follow.
Thank
You're
you. Sorry,
so
that-
good
that-
at being Twitch streamers.
That brought me
Oh,
out of
yeah.
it. Sorry, but thank you. Anyway, what was I saying again? Oh yeah, you made your way away from your friend for fear of more bad things potentially happening. Bragi very briefly fought with the air because he was pushed away by something. You managed to find a fairly large town that was largely empty, with only one active inn, and rather than continuing immediately on towards the big city, you all decided to take a quick break, nap, just in case, there one after another. Someone called the hippo Fat, the owner of the inn, after which Bragi decided to shit in the kitchen, and shit it, like, completely splatter the walls in this and the ceiling. After
It was a shit show.
Yeah, it was a shit show.
You know what
After
they
a
say,
brief,
right? If you can't stand the heat, just shit in the kitchen.
Is that a common phrase where you're from?
Yeah.
I will never go there. Sorry, continue.
after a brief moment of anger between the owner of the inn and Bragi, they did make up. I almost wanted to say make out, and that would have been really wrong.
Yeah.
But they made up, and Bragi helped clean his own shit off the walls and the ceiling.
All in all, a very wholesome moment.
Yeah, exactly. Riz had, for the first time, really, Riz for the first time really became drunk.
Yes.
Had a nightmare of some kind. As did Moloko have a weird dream. And Bragi had a very, very nice, wholesome dragon riding dream. And you continued on. In the meantime, I almost completely forgot. Riz did also deface a holy altar to the Stormlord.
Only a little bit.
Was praying this time. but after breakfast, you set out to continue on to your journey.
I think,
that is
if I
where we left off.
remember correctly, Bragi, didn't we say on our way out of town we would go to the temple to pray together one last time?
Yeah, we did.
Shall we?
I say we go.
We do need something subtle, so no shitting in the temple.
Oh,
I know, but it needs to be something that they don't immediately see, unless when we're out of town, it's fine. Are you in Monaco or nah?
Sure. Why not? What else is there to do for me?
That's a very deep question.
Okay.
We make our way to the temple.
Okay, you make your way to the temple and you see still standing there, or perhaps again standing there, the paladin, the dwarf paladin that is looking towards the later half of his life, maybe even towards the end of his life, but stubbornly standing there as a valiant protector of his faith.
Can I say that I morphed into Baron Stone Mask again for this part?
You can, yeah.
All right. I am Baron Stone Mask.
Okay. You approach the temple and he's clearly standing there, but you can also very clearly see that he has his eyes closed and is very likely asleep.
Oh my god. Should we? No.
can I sneak past him?
Yes, let's sneak past him.
Okay, roll a stealth check. You want to sneak past the...
Is it with advantage because he's sleeping?
No, but he has a much lower passive perception.
Ah, that makes sense. Oh, it's
Very
half,
stealthy.
right?
Very stealthy with a 6.
21.
Mine is fine. Wait, where's my stealth? 20, dirty 20.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, I would say the both of you, Bragi and Riz, you make it past very stealthily, and Moloko not quite so, flapping wildly. Also, doesn't really know, or likely doesn't want to show respect to the gods. You just come in, not like loudly speaking or talking, but your flapping as you fly towards him is noticeable, and he's like, "Who goes there?"
Go back to sleep, old man.
You've come to pray, have you?
Definitely. Go back to sleep, old man.
Oh, all right. Make a
It's just a
persuasion check with
question,
advantage, I would say.
He's like, I'm too tired for this shit.
I'm dealing with this shit today.
Okay, yeah.
Oh
Dirty
shit!
20.
Nice.
All right. Be mindful of your wings inside.
Sure. Bye.
Fair.
He goes back to sleep.
Is there anyone around in the temple currently?
There is not. As I said before, it's very likely that he is one of the only, if not the only one, who still actively believes. There were last time some. Well, I would say nuns, but they're not like the Catholic nuns, but they are clothed in religious clothing and are mainly there for maintaining like a clean environment. But they're not there here today.
Have they fixed the statue yet?
No, it seems that there's nothing has changed to it. They might not have not have come in for cleaning yet, or or they did notice it and just disregarded it, as they might not have as much of a stake into it as the
Do you have
paladin.
any ideas, Bragi?
How about we hide some spaghetti meatballs underneath all the seeds?
That's pretty funny. Can we skip the ones to Ayun, like the temple to Ayun? Can we keep that one? Because I do like my god. I wanted to honestly, specifically, mess with this one, and I point at the statue to the Stormlord, or the altar to the Stormlord, because he's the guy that we had to fight through a whole temple, a cathedral even, and now we're here, so I blame him. Maybe.
I bet it's just randomly hiding spaghetti meatballs underneath seeds, and
That's gonna smell eventually.
exactly.
I created a bonfire on the Stormlords.
Ooh, you're gonna go full. Okay.
Yeah, to create bonfire. It's very
Okay.
contained.
On
Such
the
campfire.
altar,
Yeah.
okay. There is a sudden magical bonfire on top of the altar, underneath probably the statue. It is a bronze statue, so it will take a while before it melts, but bronze does melt eventually. So if nobody douses the flames, it might just melt away.
Does it seem like there's a chance that the fire will jump to other places, or does it seem very safe and contained?
The essence of the spell you assume is to be a
Singular spot.
localized flame
Okay.
that does not easily, at least, spread, unless you like throw firewood on top of it. It won't
Yeah.
easily like spread. There's not currently anything hanging right above it that might catch flame.
How high are the ceilings in this temple?
Even though it is a fairly small town, the temple itself, because it houses this many like holy places, is pretty grand. It is quite a few. Like, okay, I will say it in meters. So it's about 9 meters tall inside, which is really tall. But that is just the way that they've decided this.
So, Moloko, do you know what a pigeon is?
Of course I know what a pigeon is.
Do you want to pull a pigeon and fly up and then take a dookie on the Stormlord?
I'm melting his...
Mm-hmm.
So
Mine is funnier.
I have a better idea. If the statue like melting, if like his arm is bending, should we make it so it's picking his own nose?
The statue I was talking about is is not a statue of the Stormlord himself. It's of a symbol of his, which is the hammer from which like slams on top of a bolt of lightning, and the bolt of lightning has been bent by Riz's previous.
Because I'm a strong boy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're such a strong boy.
Buff as fuck.
Oh, who's such a strong boy? It's you. It's you.
I will go to the altar for Ayun and make a small prayer while all of this is happening, asking specifically for guidance towards the weak points of other gods, specifically the Stormlord.
Okay. Make a wisdom check for me.
Straight up wisdom?
Yeah, straight up wisdom.
Mm-hmm. I should have invested more in wisdom. Still a 17 though.
Okay. You pray and you feel that connection that was briefly severed before.
Mhm.
You feel it stronger, though it is still distant. There is a lot of interference still, which does frighten you slightly. There is something that is still affecting more than it did before, the connection between you two.
Mhm.
But you do feel a brief gust of warm air from your feet as you're lifted up. And you can suddenly see all these symbols, all these statues in their bronze form. And you can see them each melt except Ayun's. And as they melt, you gain the feeling that Ayun has the upper hand compared to them. She's clearly showing her superiority towards all other gods, and has a very clear neutrality. She won't help you destroy them,
Hmm.
but she
Isn't
does
gonna
not.
stop me either.
Yeah, she does not care for them either. They're too insignificant to her.
All right, thank you, misters. That sounds kinky. It's not, I swear.
Wrong dungeon master.
Oh no.
Um, yeah, is the dude still, the paladin still sleeping?
Yes, he's still.
All right. I'll keep an eye on him while we melt the statue
Okay.
and the entrance in general.
The temple is pretty large in the sense that the entrance is pretty far from where all the I only know how to say this in Dutch now. Nis, like
Oh.
a cove. What is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Cove is the word.
Yeah, cove. All the coves where the individual altars are towards the back.
Network and information system. Nope, that's something else. Sorry.
Yeah, no, Nis in Dutch, like
Yeah.
Nis. Yeah. Oh, as in you were searching.
I was Googling this English and I got the network information system. A hollow in a wall for a statue, ornament, etc.
Deep L.
Yeah. But yeah, they're pretty far from the entrance. And in between there are like both benches and different kinds of altars which don't particularly show a specific design to a god, but more as a general. Make a religion check, actually, Riz.
Okay. That would be religion, not history, almost. 16.
Whilst the 12 divine are considered to be like the top of the gods, they are actually considered to be the gods to worship. But there are a lot of minor gods that do get some kind of worship, but they're usually just all like bunched together into their specific trade or say element or attribute. There are gods of like specific
Like how
fertility or
like how you could have the god of the sea, and that's the powerful one, but there's also the god of storm or the god of fishing.
Yeah, or rivers or fish in general.
The god of small bodies of water.
Yeah, ponds.
Behold, for I am pond god.
But they are all bunched together, and you can see that these ornaments are like signifying what what you could pray to, what their combined trait is likely to be. Whereas each of the major 12 gods, the 12 divine, have their own specific altar.
Including the 4 less known ones?
Um,
I don't remember their
no,
names, but
no. No, you're right. There are only 9 divine in this. There are only. That's wrong. There are 12 altars, but there are only 9.
prime deities, let's call them that.
No,
Hmm.
there are only 9 statues or ornaments to only 9 of the divine. The
Got it.
other altars are kept empty and also are very likely not used. But you do assume that at one point they had their own ornaments, but they have been forgotten or lost.
Right.
As they haven't been worshipped in a very long time. And even you, who has the knowledge of them, know very little of them.
I mean, I'd look up their names, but my book is gone. I so genuinely don't remember.
Yeah, probably one of the 12 divine you do remember quite vividly, because you have talked about this divine with the dead god.
Yes, but Riz knows that.
Yeah.
For me, it's been months.
Okay, yeah, Riz would know that that is Loria,
Right.
Lady Loria. But exactly what her powers are or what her symbol is, you do not know. You do know that she exists or should exist.
Okay. This point.
So,
Yeah.
Bragi, you've been putting meatballs under all the benches, basically.
Yes.
Okay. I would say make a sleight of hand to try to hide each of these so that they're not in plain sight.
It's 22.
Okay. You manage to find there in the design of the benches. There's like a specific, a bit of a beam, and you manage to balance them on these beams on each of the benches, and you have like a couple of meatballs per bench, and they're when they are going to go stale, this is going to and eventually rot. This is going to smell horrible.
Nice.
Oh, and they're gonna play the new pizza or pasta baker.
Oh no!
Oh yes.
We set him up. We set him up.
Oh no! I hadn't even thought of that. Oh, that's gonna be great when we come back into this town in like a million sessions.
So did we do our thing and can we go now?
Depends on how the statue is looking.
How long does it last again? Great bonfire?
Let's see. Until the spell ends, and duration concentration up to 1 minute.
Okay. I would say you would need at least the full minute before it starts to like bend.
I can do more. I can.
Yeah, the ornament is held by a single beam, and the beam will probably just bend if you keep it for 1 minute. But if you really want to completely destroy it, you're looking at around 5 to 10 minutes.
I could try some ice magic on the beam to see if that, like the heat and the cold, makes it brittle.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. said, I can cast this all day, baby.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know how long the nap is going to take. I will use Ray of Frost on a beam.
Okay. I would say make an Arcana check with advantage
Mhm.
to see what kind of.
Oh, that was an 18, and it slowly rolled onto a 4. But the other one, thankfully, is good. That's 20 dirty.
Okay. Carefully aiming your what did you say that was?
Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost at the beam on what seems to be already a weak spot. As you suddenly freeze over and cool down this hot metal, it just snaps with a loud twang, like a click, as it just bends over and falls on top, and slowly starts to like break into brittle pieces. The majority of the the ornament itself is still like intact,
Mhm.
but the beam on which it was held is completely shattered. And you
Okay.
suddenly hear like, huh? Huh? Mm. And is something happening?
No, no,
What?
no, no.
Nah, all good here.
Just go
all
back
good
to
here.
sleep, man.
All right.
Take a nap. Go take a nap.
Please be careful.
Sure.
The items are quite old.
Oh no.
Like you.
He,
Stop talking to him, Bragi.
Stop.
he goes back to his watch. You're not quite sure if he is sleeping already, but he is at least not.
He's a terrible
in.
guard.
He is old,
I'm fair.
even for a dwarf. Okay, I would say you have managed to destroy the ornament pretty significantly. At least at this point, you could probably even just take the rest of the ornament if you can manage to hide it.
Mm. Copper is worth a penny, but I don't know what we need pennies for.
It is bronze, but yeah,
A
that
bronze.
it is a bronze is tin and copper, so you could try to extract the copper from it.
Tin and copper is very useful, but nah, I think we leave it as a message to the Stormlord himself.
Okay.
I asked that to the rest of the party.
Oh.
I say we leave it as it is. Who is the Stormlord?
I have one last idea,
Yes.
and I look to see if no one is listening in. When we're about 120 feet out, I'm gonna cast message on the paladin outside, and I'm gonna tell him that the Stormlord wants us in protection because we helped the temple from being destroyed completely, or something like that. So they think we're heroes, but actually we were the ones who did the destroying.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, it's gonna be in his head. He's not gonna know what hit him.
Sure.
You know, worst case scenario, they don't believe it. We're already in trouble, so.
Doesn't he recognize your voice though?
I use my shape changer powers to completely change my voice to match Bragi's perfectly, which takes
Okay.
about 6 seconds.
As you start your sentence, it starts off a bit rough, but then suddenly transitions into a perfect Bragi.
Well, what do you
Though
think?
a very learned ear could hear the slight difference in the more so in the pronunciation than the actual sound. The sound has been perfectly captured, but the pronunciation and the enunciation is very different. Well, not very different, but slightly different.
Pretty good, right?
Uh, it can pass.
Fair. Okay. Well, let's go. I've got about 120 feet to figure out what my storm lord sounds like.
Okay, you leave. You clearly see him already asleep again. You gather that he hasn't moved at all and just
Oh.
sleeps standing, leaning on his sword.
Oh no.
Whenever he's too tired to be awake. You're not quite sure how he eats, but maybe some of the other
Photosynthesis.
yeah, exactly. But maybe some of the temple maids feed him once in a while.
Is there anything on him that I can see that shows me his name?
He has given you his name, I believe.
Yes, I never introduced myself, but he has given his name. You're right.
I
don't remember it. Fuck. Does Riz remember it?
yeah, he called himself Thali.
Thali. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go with Thali. So we walk out of town, and at the 120 feet mark, I turn around in the general distance of Thali, and I cast message.
Okay.
Oh no.
What do you say?
He explodes.
Okay, watch him die painfully.
Paladin Thali. Those adventurers saved the temple. Treat them with respect if they return. They could not save my altar, but the rest of the town is safe.
And if I can, I will try to add like a thunder strike in the distance, but I don't know if that's in my... I don't think so. You just hear my mouth go...
Okay. I would like you to roll a performance check for the thunder strike
Okay.
to see how convincing you can make it.
You want me to thunderclap?
We should have talked about that beforehand, because that would have been amazing.
I could still do it.
Can we retcon it and say that we... Can we, DM?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, then I'm not doing it with my mouth, because Moloko is gonna... I give him the signal as soon as my thing ends, and...
Okay. Yeah, thunderclap can be heard up to 300 feet away, easily. So, yeah. Okay. Then I would like you to roll a persuasion check, and I would say with advantage because of the
help action that Moloko just gave.
Yeah, exactly. Because the thunderclap did function as a help action.
Persuasion, you said?
Yeah. Persuade him of your words.
I rolled a 6 and an 11 plus 0, so it's an 11.
Okay.
That's so much worse than I thought it would be.
Okay. I have had him roll an insight check, which he rolled very low for.
Ooh.
He is confused. You suddenly see, because you can still see him. It's only 120 feet away. It's not as if you have like completely disappeared from the town yet. But you can see him suddenly wake up and then look around furiously. And as you thunderclap, you can see him get shocked and lunge backwards, falling over. And then just look around, struggling to get it back up, leading onto his sword, and just what?
Oh my god, they do exist.
I will try my best, is what you hear in your voice, as that is a function of the
Oh,
message
right,
spell that
he
they can
answers.
respond.
Oh,
You get the idea that he's just mainly confused. He does not know what just overcame him.
I just got woken up randomly.
Yeah.
He got thunderclapped.
Thunderstruck. You managed to scare an old dwarf into accepting something. You're not quite sure if he exactly understood what you tried to tell him.
That's fair. All right, let's go to the actual city of Golden Fields, right?
Yeah. Do we need to buy a cart or something or a horse for you? Because I know Bragi has a new giraffe.
You
Bob.
can fly.
Yeah.
His name is Bob, the giraffe.
I named him Bob.
That's a good name.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to use Bob all the time because otherwise you will get tired.
Well, then maybe a cart instead of a horse.
A cart could work. That's not a bad idea. Okay. Well, in this town or in the next town over?
Well, let's not get fucked in the big town. These people don't have enough money, so...
So are you saying we should spend our money here so they have some economy going on, or...
Yes.
Okay.
Not because they're much cheaper than the other town.
This is very true.
I would never say something like that.
No. Capitalism sucks so hard
Yeah.
when you're on the wrong end of it. But... All right. I guess we go looking for a cart after all of that.
Okay. You'd assume you can try at the stables, or perhaps a general store might have leftovers.
Brag is going to the stables.
Okay.
I'll go with Bragi.
Agreed.
Okay. You each go to the stables, which is extremely run down, but you do see a very young looking female, clearly a child, run up to you like, hello, do you want something from the stables?
Yes. We would like to get a cart and preferably a horse to pull the cart if possible.
Amazing, you've come to the right place. Follow me. She rushes towards what seems to be a barn repurposed as a stalling place that is covered. It was probably once just a barn to hold wheat and other produce, but now stalls horses. We have a couple, and you see very clearly that she's immediately moving to the best looking horse. The first horse is a very old one that is not a riding horse at all, but a draft horse for the fields, most likely. And the second one looks ill and dying as you speak, or as she speaks. And the last one seems to be the only healthy-looking young adult horse that they have left.
Oh God. How much?
Well, there is not a lot of choice, but I would really recommend this one. She points at the healthiest horse. This one will set you back 50 gold.
All right.
Which seems a very reasonable price for a healthy horse.
Does that
You know what, little Mrs. or Mister?
Mrs. Yes.
Yeah, sorry, little Mrs. How about we
My
make
name
it
is Carla.
Carla? What a beautiful young name, Carla.
Thank you.
Instead of 50, how about we make it 5?
no, Bragi?
Oh,
I
right.
have a different question though. That 50, does that include a cart, or is that only the horse?
That is the horse, but I mean, we don't really sell carts, but we also can't really use carts without horses. So, I'd say if we make it 55, you can have the cart with it.
So you don't sell carts?
Well, we do have a cart. Well,
Ah, I got you.
but we don't usually sell them because it's our own cart. But we can't use the cart without a horse.
I understand. Okay.
Should we make it 70, guys?
50 with the card.
Bragi.
We're not Bragi. They need it more than we do.
Wait, let's do 50 and I have a clump of gold.
Oh, I don't know, because we don't know how much that clump of gold is actually worth. So that might actually be a lot. I like the 70 idea. Let's go with 70.
Alright, let's do 70.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yes, of course. 70 is great. I will make sure that and she immediately starts bridling the horse for you and preparing the cart, like emptying it of the few boxes that were left. Just empty wooden crates that she just immediately starts throwing off the cart.
May I ask you another question?
Of course, yes.
Where do you get your horses from?
Well, these are our own horses, but its parents died. They were drafted for the army, and I suppose they never came back.
But don't you need horses here?
For the farms?
We can't really. You see, the large amount of wheat makes farming it very, very cheap, and we can't really live off of farming. So I'd rather sell the horse for 50 gold and live for a couple more months than
Fuck.
work very hard and not have any money at all.
This is gonna sound horrible.
How can you make more money?
Can I make an insight check to see if this is a sob story to extort us for more money, or if this is completely 100% real?
Make an insight check.
I should have checked my insight beforehand. 12.
She looks extremely honest. She is young, and with just a single horse, tilling and harvesting all these fields is going to be tough work. If she is actually alone, and if her family, you assume her family is to be either sick or drafted for the war, the males at least in her family, for efforts against monsters or whatever, then it is very likely that this is the only way for her to make money is by selling everything she has. Because the farms are always full of wheat. Buying or selling wheat is not profitable at all.
This late stage capitalism is fucked up, man.
This dying horse, is it diseased or is it edible?
Well, the old horse is very likely going to the butcher. That's the first horse she points at. But the old draft horse that they probably used for the fields themselves. But the middle one is ill, and we will most likely just have to.
We could
throw
buy
it
the
out.
Yeah,
We could-
how much would you pay to get that thing butchered? And would you eat it or would you eat it yourself?
The diseased one in the middle, definitely not.
No. The one you would go to the butcher with.
Well, it's either we sell it to the butcher. I don't think we can get more than 10 gold for it. But I was thinking about just slaughtering it myself.
Do you know how to do that?
Yes, the
I have done it before, yes.
little girl, I totally did not forget your name again, but is the butcher nearby, perhaps?
The butcher is in the middle of town, not far from the tavern.
Can Bragi quickly run to the butcher?
Sure, yeah.
So Bragi just takes off.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bragi he sprints off towards the butcher, and he knocks
okay.
on the door.
Doesn't
Hello?
Bragi
Very
need
far from
doesn't
here.
Bragi need a bit of gold?
No, wait. He knocks on the door. Hello?
Welcome, come in, certainly. What can I do
Thank
for
you.
you, customer?
Between now and probably a few days, nothing more, there will be a girl coming to sell her horse, for a few bucks to get some food. How much do you intend to pay her for that?
If it is a sizable horse, they usually go for between 10 and 15 gold.
Bragi starts to look very menacing at the butcher.
Okay.
How about you make 50 for the girl?
50.
Make an intimidation check. I would say with advantage.
Oh,
because
that's an 11.
you
Okay.
are a massive hippo.
I'll also roll a second time. What should be worse? Intimidation. That's a 23.
Okay. Yeah. You stare into their eyes. It's an older man, a bit hunched over, behind the counter, just cleaning up his hands after probably cutting some meat. A young girl is going to sell me a horse in a couple of days, and I will offer her 50 gold.
Yes.
Very, very good.
And if someone comes here and asks
I'll
for
say-
meatballs,
Say, okay, don't make me hear that you, don't let me hear about it, you scam her, okay? And if Bragi wants off again, back to the west.
All right.
Probably slightly out of breath now. Sell it to the butcher, please. Sell it to the butcher. Trust me.
but
So
I-
25 for your
I wanted to buy it off
Yes.
her and let her butcher it, so she could make a little money and have meat and make us some meat.
Well, at least she's gonna get the meat and the money now.
Yeah, true.
Well done, Bragi.
Thank you.
Are you okay?
I never run so fast in my life.
Carla, was it?
Yes.
How much for feed for the horse that's gonna be getting our cart from A to B?
Well, considering we have so much excess food, the feed is usually very cheap. I mean, how many days do you need feed for? Where is your next stop going to be?
Golden Fields, I think.
So it's only going to be a day's travel. But if you want to buy more, I mean, it's only going to be like 5 copper for a couple of days. Like 5 copper for a week is usual.
How about I give you another gold cart until the horse would like. We don't want to exhaust the horse, but like fill it to the max that the horse can comfortably push with us in it as well.
I can do that.
Perfect.
But do you have a way to maintain its freshness? Because one horse is not going to eat that much feed.
That's not something I think of. How much can
Bag
it
of
eat in
holding?
a couple of days?
Bag of
I mean,
holding.
it's still gonna go bad.
Bag of holding.
In the bag of holding, it's not going to go bad.
Does it fit in the bag of holding?
Well, not that amount, but a significant amount could fit in the bag of holding, yes.
All right, new deal. 1 gold piece, and you fill the bag of holding.
What is a bag of holding?
It's this thing, and I point at Moloko.
Show
have
the
it,
bag.
right?
Yeah.
All right. It doesn't seem to be very big.
I stick my whole arm in.
I take out a bit of the armor that we put in from the giants.
Oh, right.
All right.
And I put it back in. You can fill it.
Is it bigger on the inside?
It's a magical bag. You want to see a magic trick?
Yes. I've never seen a magic trick.
All right. And I take out the orb, the god orb.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I take it out and I show it to her.
It's shining brightly, the radiant light coming off of it. And she immediately covers her eyes. Wow, is that a light?
Yeah.
Have you brought the sun down?
Sort of. And I put the orb back.
What was that?
That young lady is a secret. If I tell you, it will blow your mind. And
Alright.
I do a trick where I pull a gold coin behind her ear,
Okay.
and I go, I found this behind your ear, and I give it to her.
Make a performance check for me. I would say with advantage because this is something, or a sleight of hand check, actually.
Sleight of hand? Sure.
Yeah, or performance, whatever you want.
Sleight of hand. I prefer. So a 19.
Okay. Yeah, you suddenly and very gracefully pull a gold coin from behind her ear, and she's like, "Wow, I didn't even feel that one behind there. I didn't know I had gold there."
That's what we like to call in the industry a magic trick.
I see. Are you a wizard?
I am not.
But you can do magic.
Oh, this is just simple magic. Anybody can do this.
Yes.
Count.
And I cast my mage hand, and I try to do the same trick, but with my invisible mage hand.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check. Or a performance check, if you rather.
Probably sleight of hand. Let me double check. Yeah, sleight of hand. That's a 15.
Okay. Yours is slightly less graceful, but there is a gold coin in the hand. It just drops afterwards. Wow.
It's an invisible hand too, so.
Suddenly a magic a coin appeared.
Mhm.
And it
That's why we can pay you so easily for the horse.
but then you are very rich. You might even be richer than the king.
Well, I don't know how rich the king is.
Well, I don't think the king can make money appear out of nowhere.
Bragi conjures like a minor illusion, like a bunch of gold just laying on the ground.
Has this become a battle of who can
Oh.
impress a little girl the best with magic?
You snap your finger and you wave your
Yeah, just-
hand. And a pile of golden coins appears. She's like,
I'm like,
"That's
are you
so much
cold?
gold."
Are you cold? I could make a bonfire out of nowhere.
You are really rich.
It's unfortunately fake gold.
What
These
do
two
you
that
not
we just,
think?
the ones that we just gave you are real. You can have those. But the gold that my friend Bragi here is showing you is just an image, like a really good drawing in a book.
But 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 I can't accept gold for nothing. I could live a month of a single gold piece for my entire family.
Well, you gave us a horse and the card. That's your only card, plus feed for a long time. That's gonna stay fresh in the bag because it is a magic bag. I think you've done plenty for us, and all with a great customer service.
Thank you. I I I I don't know what to say. But
Your
thank you. And
smile
she
says,
starts tearing up.
"Oh, I wanted to say your smile was more than enough. Don't cry."
Moloko, can we keep her?
No,
Can we keep
Can we keep her? No.
no, we can't. That'd be
Wait,
very,
deserves a
very
family.
inappropriate.
Where are your parents anyway? Are they in the war?
Well, my mother is sick, and my father died to an attack, like weird monsters that suddenly just appeared out of nowhere. My brothers and sisters are the only, well, I have to provide for them. We are with a total of 13.
Jesus.
Anybody got lesser restoration?
No, but I was already checking. My medicine is only a +1.
Yeah, my medicine is a +4.
I will give you the help action, and you get advantage. We can give it a shot.
Yeah, let's do
I'll,
that.
I'll give you bardic inspiration for that one.
Take us to your mother.
We're gonna try and heal her. No promises at all, but we can take a look.
She might explode, but
No, I'm not gonna cast message. Don't worry.
Explode?
No. We're joking.
Like the old paladin. Oh no, wait.
oh no.
All right.
Wait, doesn't the old paladin probably have lesser restoration? If he's a paladin.
But he's old, though. Let's do the medicine thing first. We can also.
It's more
always
fun.
We can always go back to the paladin and go, "Hey, cure this one."
Yeah, Bragi can just intimidate the shit out of him, and
Yeah.
he will do it for free.
Besides,
Okay.
we're heroes. We saved.
Exactly.
Okay. You follow her to the home that is not too far from the barn where you were in, and you immediately notice the untidy chaos that is 13 very young children
Trying to fend for
crying,
themselves.
exactly, crying, pulling at each other's things, bickering over who gets to eat what.
Yeah, this
Can
mom,
And
Bragi-
they're all
this mom needs a fixing.
That's okay. Can Bragi play some music to like calm him down because he kind of hates
Oh.
screaming children.
okay.
Fair. It's very valid.
Make a performance check, I would say.
So, at 32.
Okay, natural 20 for a total of 32. Very nice. Immediately as you start playing, all of the kids, including Carla, the oldest among them, she is probably not older than 12, maybe 13, and she is by a couple of years the oldest. They are all immediately entranced by your music. They're all just staring at this large hippo playing a calming child's tune.
Oh, I was going to say the fucking bagpipes.
Or the bagpipes, and just heavy metal bagpipes.
I will approach the mother and I will attempt a medicine check.
Okay.
Is that possible?
She is upstairs in the bed, and she looks very, very bad.
All right.
She does not wake up as you walk in. She has been like this for for a couple of months now, and I don't know what to do.
I understand. I'm just gonna do my best. I'm not gonna promise anything. But doing nothing is worse than trying this, I guess.
She immediately starts to tears immediately starts to well up again. She starts.
What is the bardic inspiration?
Is it
level
plus D?
Yes, level. Yes, plus the 8 is level 6.
1d8?
Yes.
Did you roll it with advantage for my help action?
Yes.
Already rolled with advantage. Okay.
Ooh.
I would say you you do recognize the disease.
Right.
Your family are alchemists, and many of them were quite capable. And fending off for yourself in the wild you've also experienced many people in deep shit because of this illness. It is the modern day term for it would be tuberculosis.
Okay.
It is not a disease that is easily cured just by medicine. There are some, as far as you're aware, there are some what they call panacea, but they are difficult to make.
Right.
And oftentimes those that believe very deeply have the capabilities to cure diseases.
Yeah, if I wanted to know that, I should have just done this.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
But you do also just recognize it. It is a disease that is oftentimes called what was it called again?
TBC.
Yeah, now it is called TBC, but back then it was
Fantasy TBC.
Yeah, fantasy TBC.
TBCs.
Something like certain death. Like it is just
the
Black Lung.
death. Yeah, Black Lung.
Okay, so cure wounds won't do shit, I guess? Because
It
it's
might
not
prolong.
It's not a wound. Something that can cure a disease or suppress it would work.
What we could do is go to the if there is an
apothecary.
Apothecary, thank you. You know, I read a lot of words, but I never have to say them out loud. Apothecary. We could go there, leave some money, and tell them to help her.
Yeah, or I can use my survival skills to get the ingredients.
I mean, we could definitely try that.
Yeah, we might as well try it.
Nick, I would say with a 13, you don't quite know how to make the medicine yourself.
Oh, okay.
But you do know that there is a relatively simple medicine that can prolong. It merely suppresses the mainly the pain, but also some of the other negative traits that it forms in people. But that is just prolonging death.
Okay.
The panacea is a powerful potion that requires quite a lot of delicate herbs and I want to say mixology, but it's not a drink. It is a alchemy.
Okay. So apothecary would be the best way to go, or
that, or the paladin.
Yeah.
Let's go to the apothecary.
Okay. You did notice in the center of town there was a herbologist, not quite an apothecary, but they are usually
one and the same. I speak Druidic anyway, so. So I speak herbs.
Yeah.
You speak herb. I can give it a shot as well. I know how to work alchemist tools.
Right. Well, let's go. I tell Carla, okay, what we've got here is not very good. We're going to the herbalists, and we'll try to find something to help your mom.
Thank you.
No worries.
I was planning on spending some of the gold anyway for some pain remedy, but I don't even know what's wrong with her.
Well, it's called certain death. I mean,
No, the Black Death.
the Black Death. No, that's
No,
the
the
black
black
lung.
death is
The black lung.
Black lung. It's yeah.
It's quite severe. It's not very pleasant.
It makes breathing very painful sometimes. So if we do not succeed, definitely help her out with some pain medication. But let's give it a shot first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Should I, in the meantime, go towards the paladin and see if I can get him to help while you guys do the apothecary?
Yes. Do that.
All right.
Okay, you split up. I would say the apothecary is closest. So Moloko and Bragi. Or is Bragi staying behind to
Entertain
calm
the
the children?
Oh, no. He wants to get away from the children.
Okay, yeah.
Like he sees us coming downstairs. Like, you're not leaving me alone with these monsters.
Exactly.
They were all already hanging off of you, like climbing on top of you to play with you as they were
Yeah.
still entranced by your music. You're fighting off the children.
Like he's not doing it. You see, like in his eyes, he wants to like punch him. Like he doesn't, but like he's like, oh.
Okay. As soon as you can, you bolt away.
Yep.
You manage to find this small. It looks a bit decrepit, but that's because it's extremely overgrown. The person that tends to this is probably not really maintaining the appearance of the shop. But there are a lot of plants growing in front of it and on the balcony on the second floor. And you enter in a small bell wrinkle. You see an older woman steps towards you. Yes, can I help you?
I hope so. We're looking for a cure for the black lung.
Oh, gods, did you get that at your young age?
Oh no.
That's
no.
for a friend of us.
I see. Well, I'm afraid I can't make it myself, but it requires a panacea. I'm not quite that capable, but I can prescribe some pain relief.
Yeah, we're looking to cure because it's quite advanced already.
I see. Well, I could only help you. Maybe one of the old books that I have contains some knowledge of the panacea. I am simply not quite gifted in the alchemy.
Okay.
I merely make some salves to ease wounds.
All right. Well, if you have the ingredients and the book, then I think we can cook.
I do not know if I have all the ingredients, but I certainly have a book on various types of illnesses, and it should be in there.
All right. Yes, please.
She hands you a very old, dusty tome that she drags from behind. I haven't looked at it for years as she blows off the dust into your general area.
Thank you.
Maybe this can help you. My great-great-grandfather wrote his remedies down. He was known to be a very good doctor.
All right.
All
you.
right.
Uh,
Kinda sounds like it hasn't been opened since your grandfather wrote in it, though.
Well, I can't quite pass the medical tongue. I do not understand what he had written down.
All right. So I look for the panacea ingredients.
Okay. You quickly flip through it, and you do find an extensive bit of research, very medical, but you just skim over it, and you do see that it specifically pertains to another disease,
Ah.
which does, which does also is also healed by the panacea,
Okay.
as it is known, but it does pertain to the ingredients. A lot of them you do recognize,
Mhm.
and you do notice in the text,
Mhm.
as you have some mystical knowledge of like the druids and their way of secretly hiding messages. You do notice that there is a price to pay for this panacea.
I see.
There is a sacrifice that needs to be met, and you read through it, and it is very obscured through all the medical terms in it, but it requires some blood of a willing a willing soul, as it is written.
Okay.
You don't quite understand why it requires blood.
Mhm.
That does not immediately sound very healing,
Nair.
but
Not really Nair.
it is definitely written in Druidic, and as you can read Druidic
Awesome.
since this level,
Since this level, yes.
you do manage to make it out. It was clearly meant to be hidden and not widely known. That is maybe also why not many people are able to make the panacea, or at least make it work.
Okay.
The
Thank
other
you.
ingredients are fairly easy to find.
Okay. Well,
After I finish, Bragi looks at Monaco. You think we can guilt trip the paladin into giving us blood? Willingly.
I think we can. Yes.
Fuck it. Screw him anyway at this point. Don't know what he did wrong with.
In the meantime,
In the meantime, you walk up to the paladin, who is awake, but is seemingly on edge.
I'm still in my Baron form. So,
Yeah.
fellow dwarf. Friend,
Greetings.
we need your help if you can lend a hand.
Certainly. What can I do for you?
You are a paladin, am I correct?
Yes, I am somewhat capable. Yes.
Do you have healing capabilities?
Very little, but to some extent, yes.
Would you be able to cure someone from the black lung? For a
Ooh,
donation to your temple, of course.
I am capable of easing and maybe even removing some minor diseases, but black lung, that is quite a thing. I can certainly try.
How much materials would you need for that?
I do not need materials, but I need faith.
Faith,
Maybe
I've got
someone to
plenty
join
of.
me into a prayer that would help.
A prayer to any specific god?
Well, my god is.
Let me check real quick.
I hope it's the Storm Lord.
No, it is Tilaria, the wild nut.
Oh, the Wild
It
Mother.
is Tilaria. I am lost as a child, I feel. So I'm not quite sure if I can manage to cure such a grave illness, but I can certainly try.
Hilaria, the Wild Mother, will guide you, as she has guided over all of us and nature since forever. Let's
I
go.
feel there are very few that still find her guidance.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't guide us. It just means that people don't realize it.
Did somebody cast guidance?
Guidance?
He follows you, but he is very slow. He is very old and is reaching the end of his life. You can hear his bones crack every time he steps.
Can I give you a hand? I'll try to
That
help
would-
him walk.
That would be much appreciated. Thank you.
And I lead him towards the overrun house with 12 horrible children and one kind one. At least as far as I'm concerned. Slowly, ever so slowly up the stairs towards the bed where Clara's mother is laying.
Back in the at the herbologist, are you gathering the herbs there from her?
Yes.
Okay. Though the herbs are relatively common, at least should be relatively common. You do notice that her stocks are not quite full, and the price has a slight markup. You clearly notice this, Moloko, coming from a family that has dealt a lot with herbs, and you have quite a lot of, surprisingly, a lot of knowledge of the intricacies of them. They will cost you about 20 gold in total.
Is there a way I can find them outside? Like, I have a pretty good survival and a pretty good nature.
If you were in a lush forest, very easily. But considering there is very little living forest around here, that's going to be hard.
Too bad I don't have that one spell. That fantastic spell from Acquisitions Incorporated.
Mm-hmm.
Diminish value.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Can Bragi haggle for me?
You can ask Bragi to haggle.
Bragi, these prices are ridiculous.
Yes.
Do something about it.
Bragi cracks his fingers and cracks his neck a little bit. And, he walks up. I have a question.
Yes, dear.
Why are these prices look so suspicious?
Well, to be honest, I know that they're ridiculous, but it's very hard to find these herbs around. There is no more forest, and there is no one importing them.
How much herbs did you sell any recently, at least the past week?
I have only sold a single herb to the temple.
We won't say anything about you raising the prices to the temple and not cause you to rain down the wrath of the gods because of that. If you give us these ones for free.
Free?
I mean, won't you be snitching on you?
But we had established a common price, the temple and I. They already know that the price is higher than usual.
Yeah, but
I mean-
they are too nice to say anything about it. You're just taking advantage of them.
What
I
could be
can
gaslighting
understand that they look very high, and they really are, but it is very, very difficult to find these herbs.
Exactly, you're saying it to yourself. They are looking very high. They are not looking high. They are too high.
Wouldn't it stand to reason that if you're not selling any, these herbs will spoil, and we need them for medication to help somebody with the black lung? We're doing this out of the kindness of our heart.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Who of the two?
Moloko, because Moloko said the
So,
persuasive words.
Does
Yeah.
a nat 20 help?
Ah, shit!
It does, yeah.
So,
You pluck at one of her heartstrings. Okay, the standard price would be 10 gold, but I can give you them for a single gold. But that is to ensure that I have food as well.
10 gold would be perfect.
No, it was gonna be 10 gold.
No, it was going to be 20.
Oh, Jesus, you're right.
Yeah, 20 was the price that she marked it up because there is a very low supply, like extremely low. These might be the last herbs in the surrounding area.
Look, I'm not here to rob you. So 10 gold pieces will do.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry that the prices are so high, but
I understand if they're not easy to be found, of course. I mean, supply and demand. But if you're not selling them anyway, it's kind of wasteful, isn't it?
it is true. If I can get even 10 or even less, but save a life, that is worth more than having just some herbs.
Thank you very much. And I hand the 10 gold pieces.
Thank you very much for showing me my errors. I should indeed not ask too high of these prices.
Well, I mean, you should make a living, but I mean, if nobody's buying them, there is a reason there's nobody buys them. Because I don't think many people can afford them.
That is true. I suppose I should offer more help to the community.
yes, you should.
I hand her 100 silver pieces.
What?
Okay,
Oh, okay.
that is 10 gold pieces.
For a second, I was like, wait. But silver. Got it.
Yeah. Okay, you hand her 100 silver pieces.
Yes.
She puts them in her little lockbox.
Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best, and I hope this feeds you for a long time.
Thank you very. This will indeed keep me fed,
All right.
and my useless husband as well.
Oh God, we're not going to save this town. I need to get out of this store right now. All right.
Bragi says nothing. He just looks very menacing at the lady when he's walking out.
It's okay, Bragi. She's all right.
Mm.
You make your way back, and you return, and at the same point, at that same time, you see the Riz arrive with the
Man,
paladin.
He was really slow.
Yeah, he was really slow.
Oh, you found herbs?
Yeah, I also found a recipe, but it kind of has a special ingredient.
Is that the smell of old book?
That is indeed the
Yeah.
smell of old rook. And I don't know if
Oh.
you can read Druidic, but
Oh no.
yeah.
No, I cannot.
But I open the book and I blow it in his face.
Okay. A lot of dust, but also the very nice smell of old paper wafts in your direction, Riz.
God, I hate that they went about it in such a bad way with this book. But I missed that. I can read it, but I just need to do a spell first. It's fine.
I'm gonna not.
What?
We
Just
need.
just a little bit of a dick tease. That's it.
Yeah. We need a very special ingredient.
In that case, we might want to see if our friend the paladin might be able to give us some.
I hope our friend the paladin will be so nice as to give some.
What? What is the ingredient?
Blood from a willing participant?
Aren't all three of us willing participants then?
Yeah, we figured the paladin wanted to
But
help.
might as well give it a go.
Well,
you know,
this-
he cares about the community.
This kind sir is about to try his paladin magic on the woman to see if she might live, and I'm gonna try and help him.
Oh, okay, you do that.
If that doesn't work, we can bleed him. I mean, we can ask
for his
him
blood.
kindly.
Yes.
What is this about blood?
Well, we
Is someone bleeding?
no,
Not
not
yet.
yet.
Not yet.
It's my powers. They work. They activate by tiny cuts.
Paper cuts.
Don't worry about it.
I see.
Make
a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Yeah,
But I'm not
you're
lying.
You're talking about blood magic, which is something that might be frowned upon.
But I'm not being secretive about it. I do activate my powers by cutting myself. But okay.
Yes, but that
Oh,
is frowned
Yeah,
upon.
but you're trying to persuade that it's not a bad thing.
You're no way. You're never gonna guess what I just rolled.
2 natural 20s.
Nope. A 1 and a 2.
Oh wow,
Nice.
snake eyes.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that a little cheeky little picture. That is grand. Yeah, so I just kind of cut myself, and
You
then
kind of outed yourself.
my powers activate.
He immediately starts to pray a prayer of like protection over you. He has clearly gotten a wrong picture from this. He sees you as a lost soul.
Yay.
Kind sir, don't worry. I'm not. I can show you if you want.
Oh, the demons have already captured your mind. Oh no.
Okay, he doesn't say this, but he thinks it very loudly. A devil, actually. I will. Yes. Okay, this will hopefully work. I will very slowly. I take 2 steps backwards so he doesn't think I'm preparing to attack him, and I take out
Okay.
my glaive, which ironically is called the Hope of the Lost One.
Mhm.
And I will make the tiniest surgical incision in the top of my shoulder, and take 1d4, which is 3 damage, which is so I do go a little bit deep, but I'm making a point, and my glaive starts to glow as soon as the blood hits the blade and smears over it. It starts to glow with a radiant shine, and it sheds 20 feet of light. And it is radiant damage if I hit someone with it. Because that's my new Rite of the Dawn that I have since I leveled up.
All right. I would say that's done. Okay. I will roll. Okay.
It is radiant damage that I do now, just like him as a paladin.
Yeah. He briefly sees you cut himself, and he immediately starts praying. They have already got him. This is too far. The devil is within him. And then, as he sees the sudden radiance from your weapon, but
The gods
But
work in mysterious ways.
the blood sacrifices are the works demons and devils.
Well,
Not
no,
anymore.
no.
That was the
see.
times.
The
I did not know.
blood is merely a form of power. It has always been merely just power. Depending on who wields power, it could be evil or good. But blood itself is not evil.
My ignorance has blinded me. And he does like what a sign, which is not similar to what the Christians do, like a cross, but a similar type of sign, like a bit of a mea culpa.
He kind of dabs.
Yeah, he dabs. That is now
Little-
canon for Tillaria's followers that they
Oh,
dab.
let's go.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Tillaria's followers dab.
Just the tiniest little dab. Okay. Shall we go upstairs? And I lead the way with my glaive.
Okay. You lead the way as you have a feeling that you've invigorated him with new passion, as that radiant glow has given him like an insight, a new goal, a purpose. And he walks up a little faster than before. You see his entire like appearance almost change for the better. And then he comes upstairs and he looks at the woman. I will try. Please join me in a prayer. You can.
Absolutely. I will help you in any way possible.
And he starts praying, and you immediately notice, as you have a connection to a god that can actually react. You see like a bubble around him, and you can see radiance coming towards it but being deflected off. And you see on his body suddenly appear marks, like black marks. And they're getting worse and worse the deeper he goes into prayer. And you can see his entire body just starts shriveling up. And he coughs.
Are you sure you're okay to continue?
I have already failed.
Sorry, genuinely, what did he say?
I have already failed.
He
I
already
cannot-
failed.
Cannot reach her. And you see, make a religion check.
Dare I ask, Fey, fiend, or undead?
No,
Not a dose.
I had to think, but it's none of this.
19.
It is a curse that is affecting him.
That is affecting him.
Yeah, and you briefly look around, and you look at the woman, and you suddenly start seeing like curse marks appear on all of them. The children,
Oh
the
no.
mother, the paladin.
Do I see this, or do Moloch and Bragi see it as well?
You're the only one that currently sees it. But Moloko, you definitely see that some kind of strange black shroud. Bragi and Moloko see a strange black shroud cover this paladin.
I want to ritually cast detect poison and disease.
Okay, make a. No, you can't. Okay, that takes a while.
10
But the
minutes.
prayer
yeah.
also takes a while. So let's say at the end of the prayer, you would definitely notice that there is a disease in all of them, but it's not
It's a magical
not a
disease.
simple disease. It's not a common disease. It is something that has been forcefully put upon them.
Oh no.
I-
What did
they
you
And
thought-
it's not tuberculosis either. It's not like a
So there's a
disease that you
curse.
can catch.
There's simply a curse on this town or this family. It's at least also on the paladin.
I think
Yeah.
the paladin gave it to him.
You think the paladin gave the curse to them?
Yeah, when trying to heal them.
I would like to cast the Eye of Ayun.
Mm-hmm.
Take 1 damage.
Right.
And I go up towards the dwarf. What was his name again?
Thali.
Thali. Do you know you're cursed?
I had a feeling.
By what or by who?
I do not know. It is strange, but as far as I'm aware, all of us have it. I have not seen anyone without it, or I felt wrong about most people.
Do we have
Do
it?
we have it? Ah.
I do not see it upon you. I am not quite aware how one notices it, but I feel a pain when those with the curse are near. And I did not feel it with you at all.
So, I can sense that you are in a religious bubble. Technically speaking, you are not praying to anyone because your prayers are not getting out 5 feet from you.
See.
That doesn't mean the gods don't exist, it just means that you cannot reach them, but I might be able to. So I want you to pray with me, and let me become your vessel. And I grab his hand, and I grab the hand of the mother, and we're gonna try it one last time.
Somebody's getting cursed.
Okay.
I've got the
Raven,
Eye
oh
of Ayun
God.
up, and I'm trying to. You know what? No, if I get cursed, I get cursed. This is a whole family of 13 people and the mother. So, and I guess the paladin. So, I will have him lead the prayer, and I will repeat the prayers after him. And
Okay.
see if that helps it get out of the bubble.
He starts a prayer quite clearly to the Wild Mother. Not your own god, but yeah.
Oh, right. And I will. This might fuck it up. I'm not a paladin. No, I will full conviction repeat what he says, and I will in the back of my head I will clearly say for the moment we start, I'll pray to you when we get back to you. I'm sorry. This is more important now.
Okay. You start, or he starts in a new prayer, and you immediately notice that bubble again. It covers him entirely, and it starts to bite at your hands where you're holding him, and you can feel it. It is fighting you, and it's not winning, but it is fighting you.
Do I get the feeling that this is a magical effect, or do I get the feeling that this is a creature?
You definitely get the feeling this is a magical effect.
Okay.
Um,
Too bad. Otherwise, we could have just
the-
killed it.
It starts wrapping around you. This curse, these black signs are trying to force themselves off this paladin and onto you, but they're failing for now. And as he continues, and you continue praying, you notice make a fate die.
Fate die.
Yeah.
14. I've got a thing for 14 today.
Okay. You do manage to convey the thought and the essence of the prayer. You feel it. You feel the power course through you. You suddenly feel a radiance. You feel a cold breeze, something that you've not experienced before. You smell the damp forest of a pine forest smell, like it's covering the entire room for you, son. And you hear the buzzing of bugs and the tweeting of birds in the back of your head. They're all faint, but they're there. And you feel an energy coursing through you from one of your arms to the other, from the paladin to the mother, and you can feel that you are channeling something. And then, as you notice, the pale complexion of the mother brightens, and the curse in her subsides briefly. You do see the paladin being completely consumed by these dark marks, and suddenly turns into a pale, skeletal-like being as he just falls from your grip onto the ground, dead.
Oh.
Is that all you can say? Oopsie.
Oopsie.
I will try to catch him as he goes to his knees and gently lay him on the floor. And then to the wild mother, ask her to take care of him.
You see immediately as those black marks consume his body and leave only like a very skeletal, frail remains. You notice them disappearing as his own life is disappearing. And you ever so briefly catch a radiant beam cast upon his skeletal form as his soul, that blue soul-like structure, is just torn to shreds right in front of you.
Gods can't do anything for us here.
You
Sorry.
do gather, just from the visuals, that this was a mercy.
It's better than being enslaved by some demonic entity, I guess. How's the mother looking?
She looks no longer ill. She is frail. She hasn't eaten a lot. She's very thin, but she doesn't look as pale and dying as she was before. But she's still unconscious.
Now can I cast Cure Wounds?
Go for it.
No, the paladin is dead. No.
I cure for 12.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Your energy rushes in, and Riz, you briefly see that it clashes with the curse marks that only you can see currently. And they are just they're just retreating back into her body, and she heals for 12 hit points. And she gets back into consciousness. What happened? Where am I?
You're
Hell
in your
no.
home. You've been sick for a long time.
Felt terrible.
Yeah, I can
Who
understand.
are you?
Oh, I'm nobody.
I'm Riz. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm Bragi.
Pleasure to meet you. Behind you all stands now the little girl, Carla, with a tear in her eyes as she sees her mother basically resurrected from the dead.
Don't look down.
She's not looking at the corpse that is currently lying on the ground.
No.
Your daughter Carla is here, and I think she wants to say something to you.
Carla. And the mother tries to stand up, but they're still quite frail. So
Calm down.
fails, but Carla rushes towards her mother and embraces the arm, not the mother itself, fearing that she might break the frail body. You're alive. I thought you were just going to die. And the mother in tears embraces her young daughter, and they do not speak for a moment.
Oh, guys, I guess our job here is done.
Almost. How? And I point down. How are we gonna smuggle this outside without all of the children starting to scream? That,
Bag of holding.
seems disrespectful, but also yes, I think that's the best idea we got.
Yeah, I mean, I can try to distract them, but yeah, bag of holding
I
seems like the
will-
safe option.
I will mention this
The
is
bag of
just
holding is
because,
full.
yeah, because I am that kind of shitty DM. Your bag of holding is full of
Yeah.
feed.
Hey, yeah.
Hey. And do you
Should I
have-
should I distract them?
Wait, do you have any, I don't know, blankets or anything that we could use?
You ask Carla?
No, the mother. Just
Okay.
to tell Carla, look at your mother. Stay focused on your mother.
There should be some in the closet. She points to a large standing wooden closet.
Thank you very much. And I grab a large blanket. And
There are a couple of they were once white, but they're
pretty
grayish.
Yeah. Good. They
Used.
already have the color.
Perfect.
And I toss her 2 gold coins for the blanket. By the way, Riz, did you pay for the horse and carriage?
No, not yet.
Maybe you should do that.
It was 70 in total, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a few for the hay.
Hey.
I said a hay, ho, the hay.
Hey. Okay, I can do that. I am nearly poor now though, but here you go. Here's
It was 1 gold for the hay because that was quite a lot of hay, or
Yes.
seed. It was not only hay. It was
that
hay
one.
and corn and
Yeah.
Other grains.
That one and the gold that I magicked out of her ear badly. I had already taken out, but the other 70 I still needed to do. But that's done now.
Okay.
She's quite the salesperson. This Carla of yours. I tell the mother.
She looks at the gold in disbelief as you hand it to her.
There's a couple of gold in there and also some platinum. If you can, send her to school. She's very, very smart. And I put one more
will.
platinum on there. Call it a college fund.
Well, damn.
I don't have any gold anymore.
I only have platinum now.
I see. I do not know who you are, but thank you so much.
I'm not entirely sure either. But don't worry, we'll find out.
Is there a way that you can sustainably earn money, Carla?
You ask Carla.
Yeah, because her mom is pretty tired and worn out.
Pretty fucked up looking.
And Carla has been taking care of the family for a few weeks or months.
Months.
I was planning on going to the big city. There is a lot more money to be made there.
Okay,
But I couldn't leave all my brothers and sisters alone.
I understand. And how would you go about making money in the big city?
I can cook. I can sew. I even have some carpentry skills.
All right. You want to ride to the big city? Or you want to stay here till your mom gets fully healed and then go to the city?
I want to stay a little while.
Good choice.
Just so you know, if we meet you again and you need a ride, our cart is yours as well.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Done so much for me and my family.
All in a day's work, I guess.
It was literally one day.
I turned to the mother. I'm sorry, what was your name?
My name is Celine.
Celine. Do you know if the paladin had any next of kin, family, people he was close to?
No, he never married. And he wasn't originally from this town.
Hey, he turns out he carried a curse with him, and he managed to break that curse. But that took a lot out of him, so we should inform someone that they need a new guard at the temple, if you catch my drift.
I see.
A true hero's death, I would say, but a death nonetheless.
I'm afraid there is no one else who would be willing to guard a dysfunctional temple, but he meant well, but he wasn't quite functional.
He was able to sleep standing up. That's really impressive, especially at his age.
Definitely.
Oh, well.
Also, he did a very nice, well-less job.
Yes, absolutely.
See? You could inform the maids that maintain the temple.
We'll do that.
All right. Celine, you take care.
Of
I will.
13 children and yourself.
You've got a good one
But
in this.
she has quite a bit of gold now.
Hmm?
Yeah, that she does.
All things considered.
All things
Well,
considered, she couldn't be better, I must say.
Yeah,
Bragi, you can do that outside.
yeah, that's why Bragi didn't do it there right now.
No, we should have him. Can I make a religion check to figure out how followers of Melora are normally buried or burned or?
Tilaria, you mean?
Yes, sorry, Talaria.
Yeah.
That's
Slightly-
critical
slightly
role, I
different.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Slightly different. So they're both their general names are Wild Mother, but it's
Yes, exactly. How do Wild Mother followers usually get, respected?
usually it's just left to nature.
Hmm.
They are not buried underground. Usually, they are often moved to either a hilltop or in the forest or even in the rivers. Whatever remains are there are just ceremoniously thrown to nature in a way to symbolize going back to nature, giving back whatever they have gained.
I tell this to Moloko and Bragi, and can we grant him that? Are you guys okay with taking a little bit extra out of a day for that?
I
I'm
You
sorry, I know you
sound-
don't care for it, but
You sound very, there's what's wrong, Braggy? Did you want to do something with the bones?
no.
did you want to eat them?
Oh.
Are you sure?
Only child bones.
Only child bones. Oh yeah. Anywho, we have to get out of here right now.
Yes. There's one last thing that I want to do. Sorry. Since my Eye of Ioun is still up, I would like to take, and this is going to sound so wrong in any other context, I want to take a good look at every single child in this house.
Oh god.
Oh no.
I just want to make sure they're not cursed anymore.
Okay. Make a
Curse check.
I would make a curse check. No.
Investigation?
Either an Arcana. Investigation.
Because investigation with the Eye of Ioun gives me advantage, so.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Ooh. That is a 25.
Okay.
Is that right? Wait.
They
Yeah, no, it is a 25. I'm just shit at math.
okay. You go over them more intently at their body, trying to figure out if they're still cursed. And you see curse marks on each and every single one of them. The mother, all the children, they're all still cursed.
All right.
Is this the Thunderlord's doing?
At this point, probably.
You roll a 25, which that is over the threshold. You notice that the curse is is meant to suppress potential in some way. It is meant to suppress people. It is meant to prevent them from being strong, being
If this is the king, this party is gonna end up as anarcho-communists by the end of the session. Guys, someone cursed, I think, this whole town. So they will never. So that they will always hit a glass ceiling, and will never break through that glass ceiling.
Oh,
That's what I think.
not a glass ceiling.
Yeah. Actually, it's more of a metal ceiling because they can't even look through it.
I like metal.
Yeah.
Give me the riddle of steel.
I think we have two options. And it's either it was a god. I don't think it is because I have not seen these marks anywhere else. Or it's under whatever jurisdiction this town is, which means the leader of Goldenfield? Isn't that one of those?
Yeah. Dickhead kings.
Yeah, like a bandit that got too big for his britches,
Think so.
kind of king.
Yeah.
How you
Let's
guys feel
get-
about killing a king?
Let's get out of this town first because I don't want to hit the glass ceiling or steal one.
That's fair. Yeah, good thing about the whole Tilaria burial, we can just leave it on top of the next big hill we find outside of town,
Yeah, let's do that.
and then just say a prayer, which I will do for you.
That's cool. Yeah, let's do it. Let's leave.
Okay. You rush in some way towards the cart, laying the corpse of this dwarf in his somewhat nice armor on the back.
Does it seem magical? Are we gonna loot the dwarf?
Yeah, it does not seem magical, but it
Okay.
seems to be somewhat maintained.
Okay.
We're
not
looting
gonna-
the dwarf.
No, we're not gonna loot the dwarf. We have a bag of holding full of giant stuff. We don't need a.
Also, he does not have any pouches. Maybe someone find gold. So he was probably ascetic, not. He did not enjoy the benefits of life with gold and drink and those kinds of things. He seemed to have been very Puritan that way.
So leave the corpse alone.
Yes.
No plundering, please.
All right.
Oh, God, I hate it when I'm the sensible one.
Hey, I agree with you.
Yeah, but I had to tell you.
Anyway, we also make a quick stop at the temple to tell them, "Hi, sorry your guard is dead."
Bye.
And he saved a family?
Sort of.
Regarding.
You speak to a very confused before I
No.
said it like a nun, but she's a maid, a keeper. You mean Thali,
Yes.
the old dwarf? Oh,
He's unfortunately passed away.
I see.
It was a valiant death.
Absolutely.
See.
Very honorable.
Thank you for letting us know. We will hold him in our prayers.
We're gonna give him a Tilaria Wild Mother's Embrace as a funeral, if you will.
A
Unless
proper
you have a
party.
better idea.
I think that is what he would have wanted. Being with nature again.
That exactly. Okay. Well, then we'll take care of that. And sorry for any inconvenience that this is gonna cause. We hate to be the bearers of bad news.
I mean, he was a very
Old dwarf.
a stubborn old fool.
Hmm.
But his kindness will be missed.
He changed in the last second of his life.
He saved a mother of 13.
Not only that, he saw the error in his way.
Hmm. Yep.
I see.
Even an old dick can learn. Dog, not dick. An old
Oh,
dog.
damn.
Fuck. That was a genuine. An old dog can learn new tricks.
Land on.
A Freudian slip.
Yes.
Freudian. Yes, very Freudian.
Freudian, yeah. Freudian.
Fraud.
Freudian, yeah.
A fraud
Yeah.
slip.
I see. Well, I hope he can be in peace now.
Do you want us to answer that, or
I know he's in pieces.
Let's go. Have a great day. Bye.
She rushes back inside the temple.
Oh god, they don't even know that their souls are forfeit if they die. Fuck. Should we say this? Should we tell them? I don't think so. But
I don't think we need to tell him.
We need to get the fuck out of here.
how are we doing with that information? Are we good? I'm asking myself mostly.
Oh, as long as Carla can get out of the city.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
She was smart. I hope she goes to college.
What a good kid.
What's college?
It's not something you can eat, so you wouldn't care.
You should
All
have
right.
You as a bard should have known what is a college. Didn't you go to a bard college?
It's not Skyrim.
Ah.
He told himself.
I went to a nice gathering of other bards, but that's that.
Okay.
They were not. They were not quite a college. They were just a group of fanatics.
We accidentally stumbled upon each other.
Just a very musical cult.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, okay. Great. Anywho.
They were like hippies having the same style of music.
Would explain a lot, to be fair.
But yeah, let's get out of town now. We've spent too much time here.
You ride out of town on your newly acquired horse and wagon, or a cart rather than a wagon. You ride through the hills and you find a nice, slightly remote hill that is standing a little taller than the rest. Seemingly a very nice place. A single tree that looks very old but weathered grows on top of it, and you lay this old dwarf to rest in front of this old tree. Riz, I assume you say a little prayer.
I do. And I finished the prayer by praying to Ayun. So first I prayed to Tilaria, then I prayed to Ayun. Because I promised her I'd be back soon.
Okay.
And I know she's jealous.
As you pray to Tilaria, you get the feeling that nature reacts, but you do not get her presence per se. The tree itself almost seems to uproot one of its roots and wiggle itself around the skeleton and hold it there to feed from it. But there is no reaction from any divine being per se, just nature itself taking it. And then you pray to your own goddess, and you see the eyes appear. They're a bit... You can definitely feel a bit of scorn, but also forgiveness for your transgression. You meant it well, even though you prayed to in her opinion, a lesser deity.
I prayed for him, not for me. That's the big difference. And now he's dead, so we can go on. And then I stand up, and I would say probably on front of the car. I don't know who's driving.
I think it's I'm flying, so it's not me.
Bragi's driving.
Okay.
Bragi, how does this work? How can you show me?
How I'm vibing with the cart and the horse?
I've never ridden a cart before like this.
I know, you kind of, put the horse in front of it, put the cart behind it. Give him the sign to move, and he will move.
I
Bragi's
would
totally-
like Bragi
Bragi-
to make
Bra-
a.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say Bragi's totally not using speak with animals for this one, but yes.
Okay. I would like you to make an animal handling check with advantage because you can use speak with animals.
That's not gonna look great. 15, that's too bad actually.
Okay. You sweet talk the horse into actually moving, and it just follows your commands. You
That's
give it
amazing.
honeyed words of food and sugar cubes.
I was gonna say, you will not die if you listen.
Oh,
Nah, but it's like, yeah, go on, little horsey, you can do it. Some good food afterwards.
Bragi.
you tempt it with food, and it listens, and it immediately starts getting into motion, dragging the cart vigorously towards the big city that you can see in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Bragi.
Yeah,
Can I have some spaghetti?
sure. And you give some spaghetti to Monaco.
Thank you. I take the
Oh,
spaghetti and
welcome.
go up.
Okay.
And I go. Dear flying spaghetti monster in the sky. Please talk to me. I don't want to go hungry. I want to talk to you.
Make a wisdom check. Or no. Roll a fate die.
It's 1d100, right?
No, it's just a d20.
Ah.
Just a d20.
Just a d20. Teen.
Okay. You start like this conversation, and you feel a dreaded emptiness hang over you. There is nothing listening to you. Your words are definitely going somewhere, but it's just not getting it. You have a connection to something out there, but it is either refusing to talk with you, or it is simply incapable of talking to you.
Okay. Then I guess I shall eat this noodly divine.
As you go to eat it, you and your entire form start to shift, and you start to fade out of existence. Like you're becoming transparent and then slowly start to fade, and you feel pain. It's not extreme pain, but it is definitely like someone is pricking you with needles all over your body. And then you are somewhere. You can't quite pinpoint where. You cannot quite see. It is dark around you, but it's somewhere different, and it is empty. It is extremely empty. And you feel this inconceivable absence of existence, a rejection of everything,
No.
a void.
Is my newly defined dead? Did the one I try to follow die? No. No. No, it can't be. No.
As you think this, and you are in conflict, the void shifts, and you see the astral sea. You recognize this because you have seen it through the glass before, the glass that shattered and almost pulled all of you into the astral sea. And you can see a massive pile of spaghetti in a colander floating and then shift and disappear and then reappear again and then disappear, as if it's constantly fighting with existence itself.
Noodly divine. How can I save you? How can I save him?
It does not seem to respond, and you are pulled back from your vision, and you suddenly feel again that you're back in the real world, as far as you know that it is real. And you're plummeting, and you have been plummeting for a while, probably, as you're almost about to hit the ground.
Oh no! Pull up! Pull up! Pull up!
Make a dexterity saving throw with advantage, because you are just a bird. Just a bird. You are a bird.
What's Malika doing? Oh my god, what's Malika doing?
I think he's skydiving.
That's so far good that I had, because I rolled a 1 and an 18.
Okay. Yeah. You do, like,
24.
briefly you're distracted by what you saw, and then you're like, wait, I'm falling. Yeah, and your reflexes immediately go to, like, catching yourself in midair, and you briefly scrape the ground with your talons as you manage to pick up right before you crash.
That's a mighty good fly in there.
Riz holds up a board, 9 out of 10.
It was a death flop.
I would like to send a message. Are you okay? What just happened? Are you showing off?
No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
You can sit down anytime you want. The cart is big enough.
I don't need to, but thanks.
Okay. I look at Bragi. He's definitely not okay. I have no clue what's going on, but oh no.
Here we go again.
I think it's a demon in his head or something.
I mean, at this point, that wouldn't surprise me anymore, to be fair.
I mean, you got a dragon, I got a devil, he gets a demon. It makes sense.
Exactly.
I wonder how Agravain is doing. Anyway, let's keep an eye on him for if he falls again. Maybe we need to put some pillows in the back of the cart so we can catch him.
He needs to work a bit on the skydiving.
I mean, it looked really cool.
as this happens, you crest over another hill and you see, not too far in the distance, the massive city of Golden Fields, with wide, towering spires. This is an artist's interpretation. This is not quite literally, but the AI art does not quite
Do it justice.
quite get my interpretation of it. But this is a good enough rendition.
It is giving Elven's. No, is it The White City in from Lord of the Rings.
Vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Minas Tirith.
Minas Tirith.
that one.
Um,
I don't know the name because I'm not a nerd like you guys. Oh my god.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
you're the only one rolling actual dice, Goblin. You know, you're not.
Shut
in
up.
there.
I'm also rolling
Shh,
actual dice.
Sasha.
So we're fine. Shut up. Continue.
You see this massive city now before you, and you see it is bustling with people. Even at this distance, you can see the tiny dots that are walking around the different layers of this city built on top of a hill.
This looks like a place where we can sell some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I would say we will leave it here, because it's 9 minutes to 10. We were going to do a slightly shorter episode.
Yeah.
Much
You are at
appreciated.
the edge of the city now.
We're on the breath.
You have yes. This city looks extremely well kept, rich, and untouched by whatever strange happenings have been going on in the world. So this is an exciting new area to discover next week.
Yay.
Absolutely.
Let's sell some
Yeah.
shit.
Like a certain scroll.
I wouldn't sell that just yet. I do have a lot of armor that we can't wear, but the giant's
That's fair.
armor and maybe some weapons.
If we truly want to make a quick buck, we sell the god essence.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, a great idea, right?
Definitely. I mean, it's not only a surefire way to get a quick buck, but also to end our quest really, really quickly.
You say that, but it's not like Sasha wouldn't think of something terrible that's gonna happen, and we caused it, so now we need to fix it. Kind of like the
Archlich?
that one.
Nah, screw that.
Nah, that would never happen to us.
We'll be fine.
Here's a pretty thing. Let's touch it. Oh fuck.
I
Yeah.
really want to know what this portal fluid is made out of. Bonk.
So far, you've only unleashed one shadow dragon, but you fixed that. One
Did we fix
archlich.
that, or did Christophilus fix that?
Well,
we fixed that.
Christophilus said that you could fix it, but you actually did fix it.
True.
The archlich, which is not yet fixed, and the dragon, which is, or the large dragon-like creature, wingless dragon that is currently inhabiting Bragi's mind.
Bragi buddy.
That's just a new pet.
Yeah,
We need a name for the horse.
you do.
Snickerdoodle.
Snickerdoodle.
I've read about a very beautiful name for a horse. It's a name for noble horses in this lowland country. I'm not sure what its name is, but we could call it like that. Frikadel.
I was
What do you
gonna say, should we call it Anki?
Or Brunhilda.
Brunhilde.
Oh no.
Anki.
We'll think of a name for next week.
Thank you for watching, listening.
Thank you very much for watching.
Don't forget to go to our Discord that we haven't put in Twitch yet or YouTube.
We're so good at this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're definitely
Professional.
Are
Yeah.
professionals.
I want to give it a try for a nice outro. We have been 2D4, and this stream has been To Die For. Have a good night. No? Okay.
That's very sudden to jump on us, but indeed, breasticles.